when you as an attractive man, you act a certain way, like you act kind of weird, it can overshadow your good qualities as a man.
I guess it's kind of like this, right? When they see how you look, they start painting an image of how they expect you to be. And when you don't become that Prince Charming that they hold so high and mighty and desirable in their mind, that's a fail. If you was being yourself and that just wasn't enough, that's time. But she was painting a picture of a man in her head who didn't necessarily exist right in front of her. So low-key, we both played ourselves. You don't know you played yourself because you didn't end up being casted for the role that she wanted, and she ended up playing herself because she was casting a role onto somebody who was not qualified for the position. But literally, sometimes I do be thinking back on times where I look the part for a girl, but then I start talking, and then they stop texting. Maybe because I just didn't add up with who they thought I was, but you know how it be. How women think when an attractive man doesn't act how he looks. Video by Juice Savvy. Now, I believe when an attractive man doesn't act how he looks, that suggests that he almost acts in a way other than what the girl is used to. For example, when someone is attractive, we probably perceive them to be cocky, arrogant, full of themselves, a scumbag, a player, things of that nature, right? So when any person of any sex, it don't even just gotta be women, meets a person that's attractive that acts like they don't know that they're attractive, which is to associate them with all them negative traits that we just listed, it's kind of like, what you doing, man? I think you acting fake right now. You trying to throw me off my game, and it's just not gonna work. I feel like that's what will be discussed in this video, but there is only one way to find out. So I'm gonna let Juice Savvy take it away.
What's good, YouTube? Y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy, Juice Savvy on the camera. So look,
That
man,
boy.
today's video, we got Stuff Is Cold, Stuff Is Clips here talking about how if a woman sees you and you don't act a certain way, you could turn her off, man. So you already know we're gonna get into the video.
Oh, really?
Shit. Here we go again.
This video might be going in a completely different direction than what I thought, but I'm here for it. Let's see.
Get right to it.
When she sees a guy that's attractive and he doesn't act like how he looks, it is a turn off. He's emotionally available. Emotionally available is automatically beta. It's automatically beta. Why? Because you're giving yourself to a woman who doesn't even earn the right for you to give yourself away. She doesn't even earn that right, but you're automatically just giving yourself away to her because of what she has between her legs, which is what simps do. Simps pedestalize a woman and do nice things for her in hopes, not in guaranteedness, in hopes of getting what's between her legs.
Right.
Be a hover, be a order,
I mean,
friends.
I can kind of understand that, but what about being attractive suggests that you can't be emotionally available? Is that kind of like a supplement? Since these less attractive people aren't as attractive as the attractive people, they have to make up for that by being emotionally available. Is that what that means? Is that what we've all agreed upon? I feel like to an extent, yeah. Simps, they do be doing stuff like that. They be putting women on a pedestal, bending to their every whim, trying to be the perfect guy, molding into them Jones like Play-Doh. Like them little game shows where you gotta fit your body through the hole in the wall. That's what they be doing, yeah. And that used to be me too, but do looks actually equate to lack or the presence of emotional availability? I wonder.
Right, be the best friend, right, without the benefits of the best friend. Not that kind of best friend. We're talking about the beta cuck best friend, the homo best friend. That's what we're talking about.
I guess it kind of makes sense in like a woman's mind, right? Because if a guy who is not their type comes up to them, they'll say something like, oh yeah, I guess I'll give him a chance. But since he doesn't look the way that I usually like my men to look, he's gonna have to prove himself to me. He's gonna have to do something. He's gonna have to go above and beyond to prove that me giving him this opportunity was worth my while. So I guess they do start to expect those type of things from men. Not to say that they are characteristic of a certain type of man on a physical standpoint, but just to say that's what women come to expect, I guess, because that's what they be saying. You know what I'm saying? Like ugly boys, they be having to compensate. It just is what it is, and I feel it. I guess so.
That's tough. Okay. Yeah, man. Being the guy that's attractive and you're her type or whatever, there's gonna come with the halo and the horn effect. So I talked about the halo effect a lot. That's the positive bias onto you the positive qualities, traits. So when you're an attractive dude, she automatically, most likely, most of the time, times out of 10, she's going to assume you have other good qualities. She is going to assume maybe like some good things, right? But there's also the opposite of that, which is the horn effect. And I haven't talked about this on my channel yet. The horn effect is basically it's a cognitive bias where, and I have my notes here. One negative trait of a person leads to an overall negative impression.
Word.
All right, and it overshadows any positive qualities. So that's like where things come in, where attractive men or attractive people deal with people thinking they're promiscuous or they have a lot of bodies or they're hoes, because the horn effect makes them perceive negative traits. So like you being, unfaithful, etc., etc. So, what I'm getting at here is when you as an attractive man have a bad trait, like you act a certain way, like you act kind of weird, it can overshadow your good qualities as a man, right? Like the fact that you look good, but you opened your mouth.
Yeah.
It's like that's
I guess it's kind of like this, right? When they see how you look, they start painting an image of how they expect you to be. And when you don't line up with that visualization of who they think you is, when you don't become that Prince Charming that they hold so high and mighty and desirable in their mind, that's a fail. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even nothing that you did, bro. If you was being yourself and that just wasn't enough, that's tie. But she was painting a picture of a man in her head who didn't necessarily exist right in front of her. So low key, we both played ourselves. You don't know you played yourself because you didn't end up being casted for the role that she wanted. And she ended up playing herself because she was casting a role onto somebody who was not qualified for the position. You know what I'm saying? So in both ways, people, they just didn't line up with each other. So, things like that happen, and that's okay. But literally, sometimes I do be thinking back on times where I acted a certain way. I feel like I look the part for a girl, but then I start talking and then they stop texting. Maybe because I just didn't add up with who they thought I was, but you know how it be. But even back then, me, I would be trying to be overly nice and try not to make any type of mistakes. But me now, I'm kind of more authentic to the point where I'm not trying to like cater to you. You know what I'm saying? Your every feeling, make you feel good all the time. If I make you feel good, you know what I'm saying? That's great. But it's not something that I'm actively fiending to do. I'm going to try to do it, but it's not something that I'm like, oh, I need to do this. If it happens, that's great. If it don't, that's tie. You know what I mean? But then again, that's authenticity at its finest, because a person's not supposed to make you feel good all the time. That's low key your job to figure that out, to make yourself feel good as much as possible. And the other person, they could just give you something else that you might want to, take part in. And if you don't, that's cool. But just know that it's not going to come all good, and it doesn't have to. So when men try to be perfect for a woman, it just is setting yourself up for failure, because that's not who you is, number one. So you putting on an act, it's not making you feel good. And two, even if you do that joint perfectly, that's not what she want. So you gonna end up failing. So yeah, bro, just be yourself, put yourself out there. What works, works. What doesn't. Don't think too hard about it.
It's like the saying that women always say, he looked good, then he started talking and I just got turned off. And again, not every woman's gonna like you for you. Not everyone's gonna find you attractive, but it's like if she's fucking with you and she's high interest, clearly you got in the door, right? But then once you get in the door, you can only talk your way out of it at that point. And that's how you act, your mannerisms, your presence, how you carry yourself as a man, right? How your world is set up, right? Because then when you bring her into it, your world's so cold, she just has no choice but to get in line. It's like, damn, his program already set up. You know what I mean? He looked good, and he got his program set up, and he got, you know what I'm saying? And until you get to that point, you shouldn't really be too much worried about what this woman thinking, or dating this woman, doing this. But again, I digress a little bit. Guys, if you as an attractive guy don't have the mentality behind it, as a man, you don't have the confidence behind the look, because once you have the looks, I'm always gonna say, like, I don't think confidence really beats looks every time. There
Yeah.
is obviously exceptions, but
Yeah.
I think once you look good and you're confident, that's like a 1-2.
Unbeatable combo.
Like, you take care of your appearance, you're a well-groomed man, you know, you're in the gym, whatever, and then you're confident. That's a 1-2, right? So if you're not confident as an attractive dude, that's gonna turn women off, right? Just as a man in general, it's a turn off. It low key is. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta have some confidence in yourself. Some, right? So, like I said earlier, just to go back to what I was saying about that horn effect, the horn effect basically will just make people think, oh, woman, why does he act like this? It's giving me the ick, it's turning me off. All right, now it's like I don't even see him as attractive anymore. Again, this is case by case, you know, it's woman by woman, it varies. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just coming at y'all from an educational perspective of how it may be, how I see it. So I hope I got some value from the video. Just be as a man. The main point of this video is just, how do you carry yourself? Obviously, you're gonna look a certain way. You're gonna be presentable, but how do you carry yourself? How do you lead? How are you? What's the internal like, right? Because that's just as important.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more
you
important.
You can have
actually,
the muscles, but if you don't have the mentality with the muscles,
exactly.
If you don't got the double limbs, then you ain't, you know what I mean? All right, man. So hope you got some value.
Hey, man, W vid by Juice Savvy, man. W video. Now, I feel like that last point he said where he was just coming from an educational standpoint was the most important, because he's not saying you should necessarily do this if you want to get girls. It's like, oh, you want to get some girls? You know what I'm saying? Fit what they want. He wasn't saying that. He was just telling you why things happen the way that they happen, right? But if I were to give one piece of advice, instead of trying to be the perfect man for every single girl, bro, just confidently be who you are, and you'll naturally attract what's for you. You know what I'm saying? Some people it's not going to be for you, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You're just filtering out those who aren't compatible with you. And the ones that like you authentically for who you are, you don't got to try and put on a front to make them like you, because they already do. Remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is a W video. Shout out my boy Juice Savvy. Shout out Steph is cold. You know what I'm saying? Steph is cold. He was kind of red pill as hell. Juice Savvy was a little less. And then I feel like I gave, you know what I'm saying, even less. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of, we started high and then we came kind of down. You know what I'm saying? Me and Juice Savvy, we along the same line, but Steph is cool. He real, like, that boy real red pill, but not too toxic, but yeah, he up there. I ain't gonna cap. You know what I'm saying? But shout out everybody involved in this video. Shout out to y'all for watching it. If you liked it, make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of what was discussed in the comment sections down below. Tell me what else you want to see on the channel in the comment section down below too. Make sure to like the video, comment, share, subscribe. Like I said, appreciate y'all being here. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Love y'all. Peace.